I'm so blessed to be here today. God has blessed us one more time. I'm excited because we get a chance to kick off a new show today. And our new show is entitled You Need to Know, and the numerical 2. You need to know. And we're talking about men's mental health. And the title is Men Mental Health Matter. And we're going to take this opportunity to kind of talk about some things. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of You Need to Know, also the lead host of WBSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. We're excited because we want you to be a part of this. We want you to take an opportunity and call in to our chat line. The chat line is 347-857-4192. Press 1, and I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell, actually your location, and you chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we talk about issues. See, You Need to Know is all about issues, our newest talk show that's happening in our community. So we're so glad to be here to provide a link, an interactive platform to share with you, and you can share with us how we can address the issues in our community, because it becomes challenging issues because we don't address them. We can't bury our head in the sand and think that everything's going to be all right when truly, it's not going to be all right. We want you to be a part of the show as well through the web link. That's www.blogtalkradio.com/WBSW Internet Talk Radio. You can also tweet the show at Zeta Phi Sigma _ 10, at Lorenzo D. Smith 15. We also have some live broadcasts. We have 6 devices I can share with you through our radio station, which is Blog Talk Radio, but we have 5 others that are working. Starting with YouTube, you can go to the Smithway Enterprises 5018 and be a part. We ask you to subscribe. We need you to be a part of this. And if you just want to check it out every now and then, and eventually you try to determine whether you're going to subscribe, we need you because we want to build our numbers so we can reach that minimum number for able to be broadcasting every day live, and it will be on the network. Also, it's important on Instagram. We are partners with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and we want you to connect with us. That's Z Squad Greenville 1981. That's how you can catch us on Instagram. Also, President Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Then we have 3 networks that's using the same handle. That's TikTok, Big O Live, and Facebook. And that handle is DRL Alberto Smith. That's DRL DEALBERTO SMITA. Check us out on each one of those social media sites, and you can be part of it. It's important because what we want to make sure we do is to continue to get the word out. But we also want to be branding, continue to brand. WBSW Radio is the internet station. We're number one. We're the first radio station that pulled the social media sites and broadcast from those sites at one time. We have listeners and watchers in 43 countries and on 6 continents. That brings joy because we're getting the word out. Just from a vision 7 years ago, this is where we are now with our newest show today. You Need to Know is our newest show that's being broadcast, and we hadn't set the place where we're going to put it. We might move this one to Sunday. We'll have a Sunday afternoon show or an evening show. So we're moving to cover all 7 days. Right now, we just have 5 of them. We move to cover that 7 day, that 6 day, which is on Sunday, which is the first day of the week. So we'll get it going, make it do what it needs to do. WBSW Radio giveaways ask you to register now for the last 3 days. meaning starting last week, we gave away 3 hotel stays. We gave away a hotel stay, which is 3 nights and 4 days in Nashville, Tennessee, luxury hotel that we'll pay for. In Orlando, world famous, 3 nights, 4 days, luxury hotel, world's famous Orlando, Florida. And the winner for the Nashville trip is D. Ramsey. Thank you, D. Ramsey, for being a part of it. The winner for the first Orlando trip, 3 nights and 4 days, is Tiana Nashe. Thank you so much for being a part. Thank you, Jennifer, for being a part of supporting this program and being here. It is exciting to be able to do this because it gives us an opportunity to give back. Not only when you register for the raffle, we don't just give hotel stays, we give gift cards, food vouchers, movie passes, gas vouchers, car wash, books that many authors has been guests on this show that we purchased so we can have that and give to you. We just want to be able to give back. Just 5 minutes, 6 minutes just to watch, and you can leave off like we have a tendency to do sometimes, but we know you was here. And thank you so much for doing that. And the last thing we want you to do is be aware is 2 things, that you can send your name to be a part of WVSW radio giveaway. You can send your name along with a means of transaction. That's Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. And you say, why do I need to send my name and a means of transaction? If you want to be part of our what we call our love offering, we give away from $5 to $100. You'll just get it through your Cash App or your Venmo or your PayPal or Zelle, one of those accounts that your name is on, plus you're in the raffle, we'll send it to you. Hopefully it can help you in some form of fashion. You can send your name along with a means of transaction to Lorenza D. Smith 15 during this introduction. W Radio station at Cash App $LORENZA I want to get started with our show because, as you know, June is Men Mental Health Month. And we felt like the title, Men Mental Health Matters. It truly matters. And we want you to think about, when we're talking about you being an individual that can be impactful, you must be able to be mastering or be mature in the areas that we focus on that individuals should be, so they can be able to get along with others, be able to operate in society. First of all, we talk about the physical well-being. We talk about emotional well-being. We talk about the spiritual well-being. And we talk about in the 5 that we focus on, because there are social and psychological well-being that's out there, but the mental well-being. And to look at men, when for years, for hundreds of years, the men well-being will decide because men didn't feel like they was having problems. There was a stigma out there that allowed us to kind of stay focused on other individuals. We didn't focus on our men. And it's time to focus on our men because we a lot out of the men. If you're going to lead, you're going to be a provider, protector, prophet, priest, a leader, whether it's spiritual, just leader in your home, in your family, you become the delegate, become the individual that can provide those services. But your mental well-being is really important. We have to make sure we're functioning. We call it mental health, but it's mental well-being. So as we look at that, I'd like for you to think about a question. Why is it so important that the man's mental well-being matters? I want you to just think. We're going to touch on several topics to help explain that, but I want you to think about it just off the rip. I want you to think about, well, Why is it important that the man well-being is maturing or mature enough to operate so they can be a provider, a protector, a prophet, a priest, a leader? Why? Let's think about it. In a society, your leaders need to be functioning in a manner, all five or all seven well-beings. Then we need to make sure we understand that you want them to lead, but they're not mentally capable of leading. So what we need to do is make sure we focus on this. And in June became the month. The colors are green. A little green in my shirt right here. I want you to understand that for us to prosper and grow, we have to bring everybody along. We have gotten caught up in where things have been so perfectly set up in our world that, for example, we focus on girls rock, we focus on being strong women, but we forget about we got to have strong men. We have to have boys rocking. We have to make sure we put time in all areas of well-being. It's so important. Talk about this before we get into the in-depth part. I want you to understand a man well-beings are so important to his total existence, particularly his mental well-being. Men's mind matters. We got to go and think about this now. We always thought it should be always automatic, but it's not automatic because we put a lot of time in focusing on making sure women matter, men matter, and their minds matter, because men account for 3/4 of all suicide. And male suicides have always been disproportionately. So if we're losing the men because of the mental well-being not being in the right place, because they don't know where to go, there's a stigma out there keeping them from getting there. They don't realize how important. You know, for years it took through our grandfathers and our great-grandfathers and our fathers to understand, and we get to the point that your health matters. Going to the doctor is important, whether it's to a physical doctor or a social emotional doctor or a mental doctor. We have to keep in mind the suicide rate will not reduce among men unless we make this a priority. Is in place, but all of the well-beings are in place. It starts with making sure that we address the situation with the men now. But from that point on, we need to make sure we address the issue with our boys. See, our boys need to be able to understand emotions, understand how the mental well-being needs to be in order, so they won't be one of the statistical data that we see, where suicide is the leading cause of death globally from all across all age groups. It is not always someone who may be 70 or 80. It could be in whatever generation there's a situation where the numbers are high in suicide. And our men or males lead that. And we need to address it because we have for years told, man up. See, we told them to man up. Don't show your emotion. Don't show what's going on with you. If you're hurting, don't let nobody know. Fight through it, because if you get, like those said, you can play hurt. If you're an athletic, you can get a mindset that you can go to the next life. But see, we got to keep in mind, undeniably, it's something that needs attention with a focus on the male experience. See, part of the problems we have in our community is that men are giving mixed messages while growing up. That's why we have to have conversation with our boys as they go through their maturation stages so they can understand that the ideal of manning up when things are not right is not good. All it does is create for society with a stigma that you don't supposed to show. You don't supposed to act that way. That's a sign of weakness. When you do it, when the thing about it, the end results in a lot of cases, because the data shows that suicide is high among boys becoming young men and becoming men. And we have to truly focus on that. So we got to stop sending mixed messages. We have to focus on training our boys, experiencing mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial, social, and psychological health. We need to have health in all of those areas. See, one person in their lives experience some form of mixed messages when they're in school, on the work, job, or place, or in their families. You're told that you shouldn't show the weakness. You have to be strong all the time. You shouldn't ever cry. That's something was for years doing the baby boomers and the silent generation and Generation X to understand that you don't supposed to show any form of weakness because people are not going to respect you when you show weakness. So we tell this to our men that they have to be strong, never signs of weakness, never to cry. And this is how we put this stigma around men's mental health, and it could be quite damaging. It is damaging to our men. It's damaging to our boys. It's damaging to our male. How we want to address it by focusing on the title, Men Mental Health Matters. And we have to do it all together. We can't sit around and wait. See, we don't understand we need addressing when they're young. And a lot of times with a situation based on the statistical data put in place in regards to families, you got 80% of our families are led by single parents. 67 is by females. And the problem we're having, we need both parents to be able to be a part of preparing our boys to be successful. Now you said, why we didn't say the girls? It's because I'm going to tell you, we're talking about men mental health matters. And we're going to focus on it's time to start talking about this. We can't always bunch everybody because we're not the same. We're not equal. We're not equally physically built. We're not equally mentally built. We're not equally emotional built. Now, you can equally be spiritual. You can equally be financed, but the thing that God created, you cannot consider that because that was not the purpose of his creation. And we have to keep that in mind. Let me give a shout out to our sponsors. We have some awesome sponsors, and every time we get an opportunity to share what they're doing, I get excited because I know they're a minority business. They're doing some awesome things in the community. So we thank them for saying, we want to entrust in you through WBSW Radio to share our brand. Lena Payton Well, Blue Impressions Publishing. We want to speak to you.
To share your inspiring story with the world, look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, veteran-owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, Consultants, not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publishing company for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about their services and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
We want to thank Lena
To
Payton.
share your inspiring story with the world.
You can give her a call because she can work with you when you're trying to organize your thoughts so you can get ready to publish your book or write your book. Also, if you want to market or play right along with you, be a part of that, supporting you with the strategy to make sure you're marketing. If you need to travel around, they'll be willing to help set up sites that you can go to have your book signing. These are some things that Blue Impressions Publishing. We want to truly thank you, Lena Payton Well, for what you're doing. And you can give her a call if you want your work published. That's 833-951-2665. 833-951-2665. Lena Payton Well, Blue Impressions Publishing. Truly, thank you so much, Lena, for being supported on this. One of the a couple other things as we talk about our introduction on why men mental health matter, or in essence, why why minds matter, why men's matter. See, we have to always remember that individuals see things different. See, a person that's going through some challenge, talk about your feelings. It's very important, and that's something we're going to share as we move through our format. See, as a teenager, it is hard to know when it's okay to do either. I mean, talk about it, to share with people, get the best communication you can get the best help, because you're at an age you're an impressionable person, and you truly need to share your thought, but you can't because you don't have the right resources. That's why in a family, we get to make sure that we don't get caught up in a stigma. We don't get caught up with our heads buried in the sand, that we're not able to put our teenager in a position. We have a high level of teenagers who decide because no one was listening to them. They weren't listening to them at school. They weren't listening at home. They weren't listening when they even had a little job. Nobody was listening to it. So they moved to make sure you hear what they're saying, and it could be drastic. Suicide is really high, especially some of our young boys who's going through the point of dealing with life. And truly, I just want to say to the caller, thank you so much for trying to call in and be a part. We're going to move forward. Now, like I said, if you want to be a part of the show, you can by calling call-in number. Give me a chance to get back to our call-in number, which is 347-857-4192. Give us a call. Press 1. I'll recognize and make sure I see you up here by seeing your hand up, and I will be open to talk with you about men's mental health matters. In other words, men's mind matter. As I was saying about as a teenager, we spent a lot of time. It's hard for us to share our thoughts with individuals. First of all, we don't understand what's going on. We can't focus on our emotional areas to differentiate our feeling and an emotion. We can't focus on the mental things and the mixed messages that we're getting from our family and our friends. We get a lot of mixed messages. We tell boys, man up. We tell teenagers, man up. We tell men to man up. And the thing about manning up when you're having issues going on is not the key. The key is being able to address those issues and let somebody put you in a position to address it. So what you need to know is, how can I dress as a teenager? We have to be openly discussing this with our boys and with our girls as well, because their mind truly matter. And see, we're at this point. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's amazing in our shows in the daytime. You know, we have a lot of emphasis out on everybody want to be on the internet, and it creates a kickback, and we want to start our show back up because it was kicked out. Let me give a shout out while I'm doing that to Bama 205. Thank you so much. Big O Live. I'm sorry, Big O TV 8302. Then we also have Vivian. Thank you so much for joining us. Olivia, thank you so much for joining us. Then we also have Gregory. Thank you for taking time being a part of it. Being a part of it. I'm going to give a shout out to Harmon. Herman, thank you so much. Crown_N Caney, thank you so much. Gene, Wale, thank you so much. Omar, thank you. Chaotic 295, thank you. Odell, thank you. Marcus Moore, thank you for joining. Lucy, thank you for taking time, Lucy. Hanny, thank you so much. Eric Walton, thank you for taking time. Sahara, thank you so much. Creola, thank you. Ralph Thomas, Favor, thank you. Menard, thank you so much. James Caesar 2, thank you so much. Roland, Johnny, Janisha, thank you. Janisha, thank you so much. James Caesar, thank you. L&M, thank you. We have a user here. We also have Maria, Victor, Louis, Kiki. Thank you so much, Kiki, for being here. We also have GRX. Thank you so much for joining. This Estelle Macha. Thank you so much. Brenda Crawford, user to show. Andrea, user Carlo, thank you, Carlo. Deborah, thank you so much. TTB_fishing, user Winston, thank you. Pledge, thank you so much. Veronica, thank you so much. And I'm trying to get them out before I have to go back. Virginia Higginbottom, thank you so much. Mark, thank you. User Veronica, thank you. And Angeline, thank you so much. Fatima, thank you. Mike, thank you so much. Isel, Ken, DMSR 69, Mr. T, thank you so much. We got another creator wants to be invited. Chew, thank you so much. Those are all the individuals that's joining us there. Thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of them. And also, I want to share with you as we move forward. We was talking about how tough it is for individuals to talk about their feelings. It's not an easy thing to do because we're afraid that if we tell you, you're going to share it with someone else. So you believe that if I do that, it's not okay. That creates a problem. Being vulnerable is a gift, not a weakness. So if you're able to talk about it, you're able to go to counseling. See, I share with you. I have no problem. I wanted to be the best version of myself, so I decided to seek counseling. And I do counseling twice a month because I want to be the best version of myself. There's no shame. I was not hiding in the corner and didn't want to talk about it. I was just putting everything in the closet and just waiting for the buds and blow out instead of sometime addressing it. But since I've been there, I am the best version of myself. And I think me stepping up and saying, I'm going to accept this, and it's going to take time. It's not going to be done in an hour. It's not going to be done in a day. It's going to take time to get where we need to be. I want to give a shout out to L&T Lawn Service. That's Mr. Torque. So that's what it's on. L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC.
That's right, Harvard. Check out L&T Stronger Lawn Service, LLC, the Medicare expert in South Central Alabama. For more information, call Tony Howard, 7401. Again, that's 334-300-7401. Or just go to Facebook and check out Anthony Stallworth, DM Anthony, and he can connect with you. So,
Stallworth, go to Facebook, type in Anthony Stallworth, or give him a call at 334-300-7401. Give him a shout out. Give him a call, talk with him, let him know what he can offer you in South Central Alabama. He's a manicure expert and also move and clean off your land as well. Give a shout out to Scandal. Thank you so much. Tina, thank you so much. Boy Dominique, thank you so much. English Claudette, thank you so much. I want to give a shout out. Claudette had a birthday on June the 1st. We're going to say happy birthday to you. So everyone in on 6 continents, as well as 43 countries, know that Claudette had a birthday. Again, happy birthday to you, Claudette. As we move forward, we want to focus on, does men mental health matter? And we just want you to kind of think about it. Does it matter? Does it truly matter? As we move forward on this, we're going to have to just focus on mental health for everybody. Mental health conditions can make men or women feel isolated. See, when if you're going through anxiety, if you're going through stress, you want to be alone. You become isolated, you become frustrated. And for men, they often struggle finding happiness and fulfillment in life. That's how important it is. So it truly matters just in that statement. Mental health conditions can make men feel isolated and frustrated. And men often struggle to find happiness and fulfillment in life. Just think about that. You can't find any happiness. You can't find any fulfillment. You're not experiencing joy. You're not experiencing peace. And you don't know what love is. But these are the people that should be there to help you recognize or help you address some of the things, especially in this particular relationship. There's 2 relationships that's so important for men to make sure they're part of their family. See, your family relationship is really important. See, being in a family where we always talk about blood is thicker than water, we want that to be where we are supporting each other. We ought to be able to find happiness and fulfillment, whether in your immediate family or extended family. You shouldn't be in a battle with your family over things that are not important. See, we have to really take a step back and understand that your happiness, having joy happiness falls under joy. Having peace, having love will bring fulfillment in your life. Then you have friends. If you have friends that are not making you comfortable, you don't feel comfortable around those friends, you have to remove yourself from those friends because you're not given an opportunity to experience joy, and your mental well-being will be affected. Because what it's going to create, because most family and friends are going to recognize your behavior. They're going to see what's going on, and some will not recognize because they're the one that's creating the behavior. They're creating the challenges that you're dealing with. So they'll notice that you're increasingly irritable. See, irritability is always there for an individual who is struggling with mental and emotional challenges. Social withdrawal. See, a lot of times we get isolated. We don't want to be around people because these people frustrate you. These people, they don't bring no joy in your life. They don't bring no peace in your life. I always tell people, see, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, but if you're in a relationship that you're committed to, and there's no joy, there's no peace, and there's no happiness and no love, you need to run as fast as you can from that relationship, even if it's your family and in your friends. See, those are relationships that you have to deal with. See, you have to remember that you have to be at peace with yourself. Don't let someone bring that karma or bring that negative part of their life into your life. Because your karma we can say that. We have to realize people cause you to decrease communication. That's when you have behavior that's not acceptable, behavior that's detrimental to your daily life. You have to step away from friends and family so you can get yourself together. Your family and friends should recognize that your behavior is changing. They should recognize that you're more irritable in what they're saying. You're doing your best, but they're not bringing peace. They're not bringing joy in your life. And what you do, you remove yourself from that situation. You decrease communication with it, because every time we're having communication, we're in an argument. We're in a challenge. We're always in a one-up here. You know, it's about who's winning. And that ain't what life and joy and peace and love and happiness is all about. It ain't about winning. It's about being in a situation where you're experiencing your self-love. You're experiencing truth. You're experiencing honesty. You're experiencing friendliness. You're experiencing being agreeable. You're experiencing being around and being likable, being loved, have loyalty toward one another. That's what you should be experiencing, not experiencing irritability, not experiencing social withdrawal, not experiencing decreasing communication. Now, if we don't address the mental health challenges, it's going to impact your work. It's going to impact your life whole, because you may have a life where you're with your family, your friend, work, community, organization. If you're not addressing the challenges that you're going through, then you're going to end up not being able to be impactful in life. We talked about yesterday in our title, dealing with our boys. We want to groom our boys, and I want you to hear this now, groom our boys to be impactful men. But if we don't address issues, don't talk about issues in our families, among friends, at our workplace, in our community, in our organization, we're going to lose another one to the statistics. Because suicide is high among men when they're not able to communicate with their family, with their friends, communicate in relationships. They don't have peace. They don't have joy. They don't have happiness. They don't have love. See, that's when stress come about. That's when you're dealing with, you're irritable. You don't want to talk to those people, because you know why? Because they're not bringing things in your life that is positive. We got to address mental health. Our title is Men Mental Health Matter. As I started off, I wanted to talk to you truly about men's mind matter. If you married and have a spouse and you're a female, you have a male spouse, I would say that, you want to make sure that man's mind matters. If you have a son, you want to make sure your son's mind matters. If you have a brother, you want to make sure your brother's mind matters. You want to make sure your nephew, your grandchild, if you have, if your uncle, your father, your grandfather, mind matter. And we have to focus on that because it's important that during this month and all through the year. See, June is Men Mental Health Month, Awareness Month. But you know what? Every day, 365 days, I challenge you to make sure the men in your life mind matter. I don't want you to feel like you're taken from another gender, but we have to make sure the stigma is removed from our community. The stigma that allows us to put our head in the sand. You are weak when you show that something is wrong. You're weak when you show your emotions. That's what we tell our boys. We tell them to man up. They're not a man and they can't man up. And when we have to tell our men to man up, that means something ain't right. And we got to join together to make sure our men mind matter. And that's truly where we're trying to focus on, community in our lives. What we have to continue to remember that when our men struggling with mental health, there's an expectation in society that we expect those men to play a role in. But if they're struggling with their mental health, the society expectation and traditional gender role play a role of why men are less likely to discuss or seek help for their mental health problem. You probably say, well, they can tell us, why don't they tell us? But see, if you're not a man, you don't understand. And men and women are not the same. And they are that the misinformation that they received in life have created who they are now. And we got to understand we can't make them like the other gender, meaning a woman. We can't. So we have to address the issue because we need to know the men's in your life. Do you know the men in your life? Or do you think you know the men in your life? Do you know that simple societal expectations and traditional gender role plays major in a man's life? And we have to understand that we don't want to ease up. We want to continue to have the expectations there. We want to understand that there's a role that the man plays in our world, in our society, because God creation, he created that man in his own image. And we have to understand that we have to do exactly what we think we're supposed to do because we went to modern times. You still need to make sure the men's in your life mind matters. And that requires you to put some work in. It requires you to help them seek mental health to address the problems that are going on in their life. We have to take time. If we love the people that's in our life, and especially the men that's in our life, or the males that are in our life, we need to make sure we put all effort in. You say that, oh, you ought to be able to have a man up. See, the problem you have is they can man up and still be put in a bad situation. So you require more and more and more. And they're giving and giving and giving. But you got to understand, the more anxiety, the more stress that puts on them, it has to come to a head one day. Something has to happen. And it could be part of the statistical data of suicide. We have to really, really support males and the men in our life. And we have to understand that we need to put the work in. First of all, you know you have challenges. You have to seek counseling or therapy yourself before you start recommending it to others. See, we're so easy to recommend to others when we won't address it. We think we can solve our own problems. We can't. We can't solve our problems. And some of the biggest mental issues that men encounter will be addressed out there. Hearing from Mary Ruth Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama.
Are you looking for home-cooked food in a family-friendly environment? Well, look no further than Mary Ruth's. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Located at 26 Mary Ruth's Restaurant, offers home-cooked breakfast. All the fixings, you name it, they've got it. And not just home-cooked breakfast. Home-cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Mary Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home-cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much, much more. Seafood fries. Mary Ruth's Restaurant has seafood fries. Barbecue Saturdays. And it's all cut fries and made from scratch, including the desserts and so much more. That ain't good. Stop by 261 West State Highway 106 in Georgiana. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Call today 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home cooked meals. Family friendly environment. Great food. Who can ask for more in a restaurant? Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 until 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home cooked food with a family friendly environment. Come on, guys.
Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. You can give them a call. The co-owners are Brother Marvin Lala Smith, Starwire Katrina Roper Smith, Blue and White Family. You can give them a call because they got the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. And the number is 334-549-0950. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama, 2621 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. Truly, truly awesome to be able to come before you. This is WDS 4192. Press 1, and I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell, actually your location. You can chat with Dr. Lowe with these. If we're interactive, we want you to share your thoughts on June being Men Mental Health Awareness Month. Today's topic is Men Mental Health Awareness on our newest show. This is our newest show. And the title of the newest show is You Need to Know. And we just talk about challenging issues in our community. We talk about how we can make a difference. But you need to know that there are some issues that we need to attack. There are some issues in our communities, issues in our cultural, issues in our families that we're going to talk about, and this is one of them. And we're going to continue to promote what's best for our culture and for our community. WBSW Radio, the internet station, we're number 1. We're so excited. We want you to join us. Just go to Google, type in WBSW Radio, blog, talk. If you just put blog, it'll populate. We have 754 episodes dating back to 2017. This is a blessing. God is so good. Let's talk about the biggest mental issues that our men are facing every day. See, men can experience many mental health issues, including starting with depression is a persistent low mood that can interfere with your daily life. Depressions can also cause physical symptoms like fatigue, change in appetite, sleep patterns, difficulty concentrating. And we need to make sure we address, according to the Anxiety Depression Association of America, ADD, over 6 million men suffer from depression each year. Each year. But often underdiagnosed. Underdiagnosed. It is often. The next one is anxiety. We all go through phases that we worry, have fear. So anxiety is a consistent state of extreme worry and fear about a perceived threat or threats. It's a extreme, persistent, or consistent state of worry. So you can worry. You can address it with a plan and move on. It's so extreme that you at a state of anxiety. That's a challenge. A lot of our men worry about, well, how I'm gonna take care of my family, how I'm gonna meet what society's asking. Well, it's a lot of stuff though. See, we got to know our men. We have to know our men. See, one of the biggest things, I'm gonna share this, and some will agree and don't agree. See, one of the things when we're dealing with relationships, what women are not aware of, men know women. You know why they know women? Because a loving environment of the women, because it's their mothers. See, they learn, they watch. Girls do the same thing. Boys and girls, the first teachers of our culture is our women. So they know. Boys pick that up too. But the problem we don't have is girls don't see their fathers because sometimes we don't connect, or they transition, they're not here, they're not in the family, so you don't know me. You only know what people say about me. And when they say things, you ask yourself, if you got a son, is that your son? All men cheat, is that your son? Because when you said men, you're talking about all men when you use that term. See, you don't know them well enough, but you have to believe in all the things that have been put into place. In the 90s, you had all the talk shows and how bad, how dusty, crusted men are. Then, especially when talking about black men, then they're cheaters, they're liars, they're all of this. But do you really believe your brother's that way? Do you believe your son is that way? See, I want you to think of it in that way. When people say that, you should be the one saying that, not because my son is not that way. My brother's not that way. See, you have to speak up for your own. See, you don't know. They don't know, and they need to take time to find out. So you get worried about what people are saying. Somebody created fear of what they're saying because it might become a threat. You should take it as a threat. So anxiety is all about. Next thing is substance abuse. See, a lot of men abuse drugs and alcohol because they use drugs and alcohol as coping mechanisms. So substance abuse is high. I just shared with you the three biggest mental health issues in our society with men: depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. And all of us can tell a story. Everybody can share how their scene is. That's why it's so important that we believe and feel and really talk about how important mental health is. See, it's so important that men are 4 times likely to die by suicide. So that makes it very important than women. See, by us talking about it, like we're doing today, and encouraging our friends, loved ones, co-workers to get help if you need it. You got to talk about it. I share. There's no shame in my game. I want to be the best version of myself. That means I have to seek some help outside of what you think you should get help from. And that's someone who don't have no skin in the game, or they don't know you. They got to sit down and find out about you and offer you the best opportunity because the people you know at your church know you. The people like your friends, they know you. They're going to be looking out for your interests. You need somebody that's going to be able to hear you and have no skin in the game. Tells about seeking some kind of help. You got to encourage them. We have to make sure that our family, our friends, our co-workers get the help they need. And allow us to see the signs of weakness so we can, our mental well-being is important behind men's and how they respond in the area of mental health. Statistically, men tends to fall into dangerous, self-destructive behavior rather than seek professional help for their mental health. That's why we got to talk about it. It's important that we talk about it. We cannot put a head in the sand. We can no longer let this happen. Men are getting better about making sure their physical well-being is better. Let's do the same with our health, which is our mental health. We always hear people make statements about men's emotional health or well-being is not as good as women. But see, you got to remember now, just because I don't act emotionally about something, me be in my feelings, or deal with grief the way you think I should deal with grief, deal with anger the way you think I should, don't mean there's something wrong with me emotionally. It might mean I'm handling it better than you are. So when you have these pundits come on and say that, they need to check themselves. Because every counselor needs to be counseled. Every therapist needs to receive therapy. See, we try to, the stigma out here. We just believe we avoid delaying going to see mental health for a reason or seeking treatment because we think that there's a perception of you when you go seek mental health. Let me go to the point that, it happens so much in many 20, 30, 40, we just go back 40, 50 years. If you had an uncle that just was not functioning well mentally and they kept him locked, put in the back room, and when he come out, that's just Uncle Joe. But then you talk about we need to get some help. Oh, no, he don't need that. He need to make sure he have Jesus. He got to make sure that we keep him close to us. Yeah, love is great, but we need to seek professional help. And seeking the professional help for your mental health issue do not diminish your masculinity. Men have to know that you do not diminish. That's why you need to be mature in physical, mental, emotional, spiritually, financial, social, and psychological well-being. You must be mature. So you can operate daily, but besides that, in a relationship, whether it's family, friend, romantic, you need to be an organization, a community. You need to be functioning well in all of them. That's why you see people get upset in their organization. They get mad, what's said, it hurt their feelings. And instead of them addressing, said, what you said may bother me. It's something really wrong with you because you're in your feelings. You're in your emotions. You're to the point of creating anxiety. You're creating stress on yourself because you're worried about things you should address it and move on. Be the best version. Don't walk around, I'm so hard and tough that I don't need the help. Oh, yeah, you need the help. You need the help. We're going to give a shout out to our next sponsor, Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace.
If you want prescriptions, some of the best soap and perfume there in South Central Alabama. Contact Soap Gem by Jackson and Grace. The owner is Miss Jennifer Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344. Or go to Facebook, Type in Jennifer 1N Jackson or Charlie Danger. There's several items like bombshell, chance of a lifetime, love, straight savage, manpower, book lotion, and common lavender sea salt. So please check it out. Again, that number is 251-369-1344. Soap Gym by Jackson and Grace.
Soap Gym by Jackson and Grace. We're really excited to be able to provide the information about Soap Gym. They're one of our sponsors. Thank you, Jennifer Jackson, for taking time to share this with us and your products, your inventory. And we truly are thankful for it. They have some awesome beard oil that you can order. Just go to Facebook, type in Jennifer with 1N Jackson, Charlie, Angel, and I'm telling you, it will be something you can give a gift to your friend, or your brother, your fiance, your husband that have a beard, or they're interested in growing a beard, your son, your grandson, whoever it may be. And I'm telling you, it'll do wonders. Give a shout out to Soap Gyms by Jackson and Grace. You can contact them besides on Facebook. You can contact them at 251-369-1344. Jennifer Jackson, Soap Gyms by Jackson and Grace. Thank you so much. They're in South Central Alabama. I know she's definitely back in this area, but she also provides for the Atlanta, Georgia, all over the country. She'll ship it to you. Just contact her and see what they're doing. The last thing we want to make sure we want to focus on is how do we help men to address their mental health issues in today's society. Here's ways to address mental health in today's society. Normalize help seeking. That means encourage open communication, public education about the importance of men's mental health or men's mind matter. Re-image masculinization. Okay? Present role models where they can just demonstrate vulnerability, empathy, and emotional expressiveness. Provide more early intervention. Recognize there's a problem. They're irritable. They're isolated. And talk with them about maybe we can address this. I'll go with you. Accessible resources. Make sure they're available. So that means encouraging culturally relevant, age-appropriate, gender-specific programs that are available that can be used. Offer support groups to help, being providing a safe space for men to share their emotional support. Encourage lifestyle changes, meaning eating healthy, exercising regularly, practicing stress management techniques can improve mental health. Be there to listen. Don't tell them to man up. Listen to what they're saying. They're your family member and they love you. They're your friend that they love you. They're on your job and you be working with them. They're in your community. They're in your organization. Let them know. I'm here to listen. Create an environment that encourages talking. Use positive body language that allows them to understand the environment without judgment and criticism and be responsive. That's what a favorable environment that allows you to talk about your issues. See, a counselor can help you talk about your feelings in the game. They may have it at the church. They may have it in your family, but they don't have it. A counselor does. And last but not least, encourage informed setting. Specifically, I'm going to say this. Black males in the United States may be more likely to seek support in an informed setting at that counselor office. They don't have a problem people seeing them going in and out, but it's an informed setting that you can use, even though that's formal, but it can be an informed setting. They feel comfortable enough to get started up. This is what we're talking about. Do Black men mind matter? Do men mental health matter? In the month of June, we want you to take an opportunity to talk with your male family members, your male friends, and your community organization you may know at work, and just talk to them. Because truly, that's what you want to be able to be there for. About it, and we all will be this again. Like I said, it's show going to adjust on the date. I'll probably move the date to Sunday. We're going to talk about it, have some guests come in here and share their thoughts. Sunday's a good day too because they're not actually working on their regular job. Truly, our title today, Men Mental Health Matters, Men Mind Matter. How are we going to provide an interactive talk show that focuses on issues in our society today? On WVSW Radio, the internet station, we're number one, and we're really excited about coming before you for our newest show so we can get the word out. I truly want to thank each and every one of you all for being a part of it. We have several people that have joined us since I last gave a shout out. Herman again, Gregory Tepford. Thank you so much for me. Thank you, CYJ. Tripping with Tracy J. Thank you. Dale, thank you so much. Mike, thank you, Hart, for taking time to be a part of this. Gene, thank you. Kayla, Jerry, Marva, Morant, thank you so much. Hyde, thank you. Van, thank you so much. We have some individuals that's rejoining us, going out, coming back. Thank you so much. At least we show the interest. We have Idine Mansion. Thank you so much. We also have Tattoo. Thank you so much. M. Wale. Thank you so much. 2BT Koba. Thank you so much. Haitian. Thank you. Cooking. Thank you for joining for Haitian. Haiti. Thank you so much. P. Tully. Frischner. Thank you so much. Anna 764. Thank you so much. We have Annie 36. Thank you for joining us. We have DJs. Catherine, Alexandra, thank you. Another user, it's 2 users. ABDK 86. David, thank you so much. Sophie, Unique, thank you so much. Another user we have, and I'm trying to call her Gertie Joseph, thank you. Val, user. Maria, thank you so much for taking time. We have Fidden John Raphael, thank you so much. Agnes, thank you so much. High Top, thank you. Melvin, Shannon, Power Boss Chick, thank you so much. Power, Red, Wilkins, Rose, Rosa, Hannah, thank you so much. Dave, Coke, thank you. Mananu, thank you so much. Bertie, thank you so much. User Joanne Higgins, thank you so much. All of these individuals, I'm trying to call them. I know I'm leaning to the side, but I'm trying to get them where we can give a shout out to each and every one of them. Thank you so much, each and every one of y'all, for being a part of it. Let me see if we have any extra people that's joined us on any other site. Thank you so much, each and every one of y'all, for being a part of. See, God is so good and blessed us to be able to share this because we want to get the word out. We want to truly be able to share with you. We won't be back on until next Tuesday. So truly be ready to go. The Love Cafe will be with you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Truly, we want to move forth and be able to communicate with you. I want to thank you. See, truly, I love each and every one of you all from my heart. See, God has blessed me to be where I am. 2 more commercials that we make sure we need to play because we want to get paid. Because, it's easier to explain to them why we do it, but I don't want to ever have to do that because we always can make time to get the word out. So truly, let me find, there you go, TriStat LLC, the consulting firm out of Alabama that meets your consulting need. Mr. William Scott, TriStat.
Specialized building and management consulting services. TriStat LLC meets your consulting needs in the industry of engineering, accounting, research, and management service sector. Contact Mr. William Scott at 334-320-5438 or 334-526-0228.
TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott. Go to Facebook, type in William Scott, populate the information, ask him a question. Tell me a little bit more about TriStat LLC. I heard it on WBHW Radio, the internet station. We're number 1, and he'll share with you what exactly he do. He's a consultant. He's also do research, and he'll help you administrate a grant so you can put your final report together to give to the grantors. He's awesome. Also, you can give him a call at 334-320-5438. That's 334-320-5438. Mr. William Scott, TriStat LLC. And as we close out, we always have to give a shout out to those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. Truly, I'm thankful for what all they do. That's Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of partners with us on a lot of our show that keep the community aware. Our grassroots talk show. They work because they want to be a part of getting the word out. They are providing it, and this also helped for their program implementation assessment. We give them a shout out, said being want to be a partner with us, and we thank you so much. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama.
It's a pleasure to talk about the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter in Greenville, Alabama. The most progressive brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. They're providing service. They're saying to the motto of Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville, or you can go to Instagram and Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville with the number 10. And if you want to tweet them, those brothers at Zeta Phi Sigma _10. Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, we're proud of you. Make it 222.
Give a shout out to those brothers about, and you can contact them through Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville at gmail.com, or you can just check them out by calling their representative and as their president, their vice president. If you want to contact, email them. Again, Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville at gmail.com. Awesome. Thank you so much. So as we also close out, we want to say we're willing and able, so let us play. Are you willing and able to give, to make a difference in our culture, in our families, in our community? Your family is dependent on you. So as I say, I love you from my heart. I want to say to you that we'll be balling on Tuesday, which is a week a week, next week, Tuesday, the Love Cafe. I'm sorry, back it up. The Dr. Lowe Show. And we want to make sure we talk about what's going on. We might push in the Love Cafe in there too, because this week we're not going to do another show. Just be ready at 7 o'clock, the Dr. Lowe Show, the Real Relationship Talk Show. We're going to focus on those issues in relationship that helps us be better at it. I tell you truly, ID, thank you so much for joining us. It's good to have each and every one. I just love y'all. Leanne, thank you so much, Leanne, for being a part of here. Barbara, thank you so much. God is so good. He has blessed us so much. And as I get ready to close out, I want to say that we're willing and able to provide you WBSW Radio, the internet station where number one. I am Dr. Lawrence D. Smith, excited to bring this format to you. Be good, take care of yourself, have a good weekend. Make it do what it do.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.